The best player of all time in the sport of Mable, hands down, Craig Friedrichs.
In order to play, you go outside and you sit down on the ledge. You grab as many rocks as you want. Then you take turns throwing rocks at the sign, and whoever hits it first gets an M, and you have to, and then the next person, and then you get an A and a B and an E and an L, and that's how you play Mable.
I mean, he would literally carry the sport on his shoulders. His big, broad Craig shoulders. Eventually the sport goes over to Japan, and he's even bigger in Japan.
Hello. Craig Friedrichs is so funny. Jag är absolut fantastisk. Jag är Oh, hello. Craig Friedrichs. So me. Yeah, this man, I'm the name. Yeah, this is here. Craig Friedrichs. And else that. So what
To understand the trail that Craig Friedrichs blazed, you really have to begin before the beginning, before the Mable fame and fortune, and go back to his childhood and trace the roots of that competitiveness that would eventually make him a legend in his own right, and such a fantastic player to watch on the Mable field.
Doing those chips. Get out of there. Don't you eat that chip. You better not eat that chip. You better not eat that.
Craig was a very shy child growing up. He was into sports. At 4, he taught himself how to ride a bicycle. A two-wheeler at that. Isn't that special? But I noticed a change in him when Doug was born.
Craig's demeanor changed the first time he heard baby Doug cry in 1988. Doug's crying was always accompanied by Craig's maniacal laughing. At first, Larry and I thought it was just coincidental. But soon we started to notice that Craig actually delighted in Doug's tears. He would sometimes lick the tears off Doug's face.
You could say that he became addicted to being a dick to Doug. For example, one night when we were on vacation, he took Doug's prized possession, his stuffed dog, Woof Woof, took him into the bathroom, and shampooed him.
Craig's addiction started out small. He would occasionally call me Big Head. He started calling me Fat Head. He would get more creative in his comments about the size of my head. So one afternoon, Craig wouldn't let me play basketball with him. I landed a really, really solid kick. I mean, it was a kick that was probably too strong for any human. It was then that Craig found his opportunity to reveal the family secret. He told me that I was adopted. Eventually, he went on to tell me that my real name was Joey.
1987, there was a serious kangaroo overpopulation in Australia. Because of this, the Kangaroo Protective Service, or KPS for short, partnered with the Australian government to ship any extra kangaroos to loving homes around the world. Margie and I took Doug in as our own and raised him to be a part of society.
I'm a kangaroo. I mean, it all makes sense. The strong legs and the weak arms, and the constant need to put myself in pouches. Craig is an addict. Found out he needed help. So then we sent him to college.
I remember a game, Madison Square Garden, game of Mable, and I see he's got a fan sitting in the audience, and it's Beyonce. She blows him kisses. Yeah, this is pre-Jay-Z, of course.
In the fall of 2005, Stan, Craig, myself, Ben, and all the people we know now as the Alcoholics changed Craig. He is different now. Before, he was a boy. He was pubescent, fragile, doughy, and after, he became a man.
I first met Craig Friedrichs in the summer of 2005 in Yuma Hall.
That's it? That's all you want to say?
Remember the Caitlins? Remember Dots? Remember TG's rabbit that one summer?
So I knew that Craig and I were going to be great friends on a trip to Mexico
for a Mable tournament
in 2006, I think. And I got up, everybody sort of laying down on the ground on the couches, and decided to tell the Bobo the Clown joke. And I yell out the sort of pseudo punchline of the joke, and it's just silence, just crickets in the whole apartment, except for Craig, who's just dying.
What's one thing you think of when you think of Craig Friedrichs?
He runs a little hot.
He runs a little hot.
Just one thing. Guy runs a little hot.
Carly Rae Jepsen's song "Call Me Maybe" was written after she tried to give Craig her phone number. He dated her.
I wanted to play a little game called What State Will Craig Die In? North Carolina.
Craigers, you fucking millennial.
Get her done! Voila!
So playing with a guy for a long time, you start to know what he likes and dislikes. And going to the Northwest was really hard on him, and it wasn't because he couldn't play with those guys. It was just hard on him because he really missed his home, and he really missed, where he was from.
When they sent me to LA, I had a lot of good talks with ownership. I thought that I had hoped at least to get extended. I felt like we had built something really good here. As hard a time as Craig was having with the suites, we were still competitive. It was sort of the way Rodman used to, drink a bunch of alcohol at halftime and then go put up 15 boards in the second half. Despite the sugar, we were doing great. Me and Craig and Scoot and Nero. We thought we put out a competitive squad every night. I was sorry to be sent out of there.
We were walking, and all of a sudden Craig gets this look on his face and looks around and goes, "Oh shit!" and puts his hand out. Through the trees, we see peering at us a bear. And this bear comes out, and turns out he's wearing CrossFit shoes. So Craig and this bear totally hit it off. The bear actually joined us on the rest of the trip. Again, discussing the merits of CrossFit. I piped in a little bit about triathlons, but really they weren't interested. It was just the two of them talking about CrossFit.
When Craig was in the throes of his addiction, he was barely recognizable. He wasn't the same Mr. Freg that we all knew and loved. He used to be so young and free, much like Jenny. But now, he was a monster, singularly focused on his next high. I just wanted my little brother back.
So you're asking if I could tell Craig one thing, what would it be? I guess I'd tell him that I'm praying for you. You'll weather the storm.
It was tragic to see Craig this way. He was waking up, sweating fits in the middle of the night. You'd go to the bedside table and rail an entire packet of Splenda.
Things started to improve a little bit while I was gone, maybe because I was gone. Gosh, I hope not. I think partly he just realized one day he didn't want to find himself in the gutter one afternoon, pixie stick sugar kind of down his face. So I came back, he looked like he was in good shape. I came for a visit and we went hiking. Me and Craig and Nina, we went up to Picket Post outside Phoenix. It's a great hike. It's relatively short. It's a 2,000 feet elevation, but there is a scramble up there and coming down. And when we were coming down, I was sort of leading, and I was shimmying down this rock face when I lost my footing.
Stan had forgotten to eat his Dorito before the start of the trip. So he was feeling, a little bit weary, I think, from the get-go.
I was hanging from this rock shelf with sort of, 7 fingers. Not even enough space to get all my fingers on it, legs dangling.
Stan, of course, all of a sudden whines, "No!" And it looks like he is going to fall, but he's still holding on.
And gosh, that was the most afraid I've ever been, sort of light flashing before my eyes.
Craig and I look at each other, we don't know what to do. In my mind, I'm like, okay, we gotta get the helicopter.
And I yelled, "Craig, I need help." And, he just bounded across that that outcropping. I mean, just leapt across it, got right down above me, reached down.
He's holding on to one side, and his arms are outstretched.
He grabbed my hand. He told me to grab his hand, and I was so scared because I thought if I took even one hand off that hold, I was gonna fall.
He manages to grab hold of Stan's wrist and pull him ever so slowly.
He grabbed my hand. I grabbed his hand, and he pulled me up off of that rock face.
No medevac is necessary. The two embrace, and we pack back down and go out to Doritos, which were delicious, of course.
But I'm here today, and Craig saved my life.
Hey, Uncle Craig, baby Kinsella here wishing you a happy birthday. Go Bears!
Craig is, without a doubt, as good a friend as a guy could hope to have. And I feel lucky that he is a part of my life.
Happy birthday, brother. Love you very much. Can't wait to see you in San Diego, and congratulations on making it to 30. Yay!
Yay! 30! It's so fun!
Hello. Craig Friedrichs. He's a good man, but nej, very serious for no på henne.
Hi, Craig.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. We love you. Will you say hi?
Happy birthday to Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Craig. Happy
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday.
Man, they loved him over there. They loved him here. Everyone loved him. It was nuts.
You're 30. Happy birthday. I love you very much, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
Hi, Craig. Just wanted to say happy 30th.
Then he started
we had Sophia. Happy birthday!
Baby lashes!
Some of the crew tells me that you do a great impression of Craig.
You heard about that? Yeah. You want? All right.
Yeah.
I'll show you. Here's my impression of Craig.
Happens all the time. Present company accepted. Present company accept the worst. It happens every night. Present company excluded every time. Present company, the best that you can find. Talking like a jerk, except you are an actual jerk and living proof that sometimes friends are mean. Present company expected. Present company, just laugh it off. It's better than it seems. Present company excluded in every way. Present company makes me want to stay. Killing it with close inspection. Killing it can only make it worse. It sort of makes it breed. Present company accepting. Presently, we all expect the worst. It works just like a need. Present company excluded in the night. Present company included in the fight.